Good evening. My name is Aulia Putri. I'm from class 33.1B.07. My name code is 33.1B.07. I would like to present my listening comprehension task. So let's start. General direction. First, fulfill the text with the correct answer from audio. Second, record the video of task, upload to YouTube and give back to my best. Third, give the subtitle of each part or insert the clear PowerPoint and make sure that you show your full face also. Audio can find at the link below. Part 1. Answer the question from the audio. First, wingsuits are not very new, are they? But the modern ones are better than ever. Second, last October was the first ever wingsuit world championship in China. Third, you can buy a wingsuit for $600 to $2,000. Fourth, the water distiller is for places where it's hard to get clean drinking water. Fifth, to produce the water distiller properly, they still need help with investment. Sixth, the enable talk gloves were invented by some Ukrainian students to allow people with speech and hearing impairments to communicate with people who don't understand sign language. Seventh, the gloves use sensors to turn sign language into text and then into spoken language using a smartphone. 8. James Cameron was part of a team which designed a submarine capable of descending to the lowest parts of the sea, 10 kilometers down. 9th, James Cameron was the first person to do a solo dive there, and he stayed for 3 hours, the longest time so far, so deep under the sea. 10th, MIT students have invented a product that helps people get the contents out of bottles. Part 2. Retell the story using your own words, then gets many information to create the detailed story. It's a story about a father that died and left behind his assets to his kids. First one got the mail, the second got a donkey, and the third inherited a cat. The boy thought the cat was useless and even joked about cooking him, but the cat turned out to be quite a miraculous hunter. The boy and the cat worked together, first by putting a bag of bran and corn around his neck and playing dead, waiting for an innocent Emerald rabbit to get inside the bag. And once inside, the cat would run off to the king and offer it as a gift on behalf of his master Marquess. Next, the cat led in a cornfield using the same strategy. He captured a brace of partridge, which he gave to the king. For the next 3 months, the cat gave the king gifts on behalf of Marquess, until one day the king was said to be driving around the river bed with his daughter, which Marquess wished to meet. However, due to his social class and lack of funding, he couldn't. The cat came up with a plan and told Marquess all he had to do was swim. The cat waited for the king's carriage to drive by and ran up to him in a hurry, screaming, "Help! Help! He's drowning! Marquess is drowning!" The king ushered his soldiers to save him and provided him elegant clothing after he was told he was pushed in by the thieves who stole his clothing, but in truth the cat hid them under a stone. Afterwards, the cat and Marquis were invited to ride around with the king and his daughter. Upon running into 2 men mowing the meadow, the car ran ahead and told them to state they were mowing the meadow for King Marquis, or else they will be killed by the king's soldiers. Therefore, upon the arrival of the carriage and the questioning of the king began, the men stated they are mowing the meadow for Lord Marquis of Carabas. After some small talk, The king asked Marcus to go to his castle, in which he replied if he would give him an hour, he will wait for his arrival at the castle. The cat and Marcus, not knowing what to do, went to the castle of a shape-shifting ogre. With a cunning plan, they talked to the ogre and complimented how impressed they are with his castle. They questioned if he was really a shape-shifting ogre, which he said, "Of course," and changed into a lion, sending the cat flying onto the curtains. The cat said, "You're too large of an animal. You're a lion. The king is coming to kill you with his soldiers, and you don't stand a chance." The ogre, worried, asked the cat what to do, and he replied, "Transform into something small and hide." The ogre transformed into a mouse, and as he was running, the cat caught him, ate him, and killed him. And the boy took the castle as his own. Upon his arrival, the king is very impressed with the castle and stated to Marcus, the hand of his daughter belonged to him had he wished so, which the boy quickly accepted and married the same day, and from henceforth Puss only chased mice for pleasure, as now he lives as a king under Lord Marquess. Part 3. Retell the story using your own words, then gets many information to create the detailed story. Once upon a time, there was a man who was very rich, yet he had a blue beard which deemed him ugly. Not a single woman in the kingdom wanted him. One day the bluebird asked a lady of a certain rank who lived very near to him to bestow one of his daughters to him as a wife. But both of them said that they couldn't do it to their sister, as he was a perfect match, and the other sister would say the same, but they were both being kind, and they both did not want to marry him due to being ugly. The bluebird gentleman decided to offer the daughters and their mom a stay at one of his country seats for a week, spend time hunting, and henceforth. Upon the ending of the week, one sister realized he wasn't that bad after all and decided to get married. After a month into the marriage, Bluebird had some affair to attend to. He gave his wives the keys to everything, his money, his wardrobe, his strong boxes, and even the master key to all the rooms, with one rule, he said, to not dare to open the closet on the long gallery or face a very harsh punishment if she did so. His wife promised him, then promised to keep her word to not open the closet, and Bluebird kissed her passionately on the forehead and departed. The wife invited her friends who did not attend the wedding due to their hatred of Bluebird. They went room to room, wardrobe to wardrobe, going through the riches she got, but the wife was distracted, thinking of the closet she's been forbidden to open. The wife snuck out, leaving her friend distracted in the other room, and hurried to the closet. She ran so fast down the stairs, she feared a slip would break her neck. Her hands shaking, she put the key into the closet and opened it. The closet was so dark she couldn't see a thing until it was too late. The room full of dead women, all dismembered. The room coated with blood, all of his previous wife. The woman shocked, dropped the key which had gotten stained. The wife was so full of fear, she ran away and locked the door, but the key had gotten stained. Any attempt of cleaning it didn't work. Then suddenly her husband returned to home, saying he ran into a horseman who said he had settled his affair in the countryside without the need of the bluebird presents. The next day he asked for the keys, in which she gave back, but he noticed and said, "Where's the key to the closet?" "Oh, I must have forgotten it. Let me look for it," she replied. After pretending to look and no other option was available, she gave him the key. "How did this blood get on it?" he said. "I don't know," she replied. "Liar," he replied once more. "You entered the closet, didn't you? Now you shall join those women." His wife begged and pleaded for forgiveness, yet he replied, "No, you shall join them." The wife then asked, "Please give me time to pray," in which he said, "You get but half a quarter of an hour." The sister, crying, called her sister Anne and told her of the news. She instructed her to run up to the tower and to tell her brothers to gallop as fast as they can if she sees them, as they were supposed to visit Sister Anne today. But she didn't see anyone, only the sun that makes dust and makes the grass green. The women cried and panicked, asked her sister a few times, to which sister replied, "I only see but the sun which makes the dust and the grass green." Then suddenly she said, "I see two men riding on horseback." She replied, "Please, if it's my brother, tell them to make haste." But suddenly Bluebird yelled at her to get down, or he will fetch her. "A moment," she said, then Bluebird yelled twice. Once so loud the house shook. "You have had too much already," he said as he prepared his scimitar. Suddenly, just about when Bluebird was going to strike, he heard a knock at the gate. The gate flew open and he saw two officers with swords in their hands. He suddenly noticed it was her brothers and ran, but only going 20 steps before their swords pierced his body and killed him. Their sister, so shocked, she couldn't embrace her brothers, but she came to in time. Bluebird, having no heirs, left his fortune to his wife, who suddenly found herself whether whether she gave money to her sister Anne, who married a young man. Some of the money she laid out in buying captain's commission for her two brothers, and the rest she gave to a worthy gentleman whom she married shortly after, and whose kind treatment soon made her forget Bluebird's cruelty. So that's all for my assignment. Thank you for your attention and have a good evening.